Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Kidrobot Scott Tolleson's The Odd Ones vinyl figures. Not only are we going to be looking at the Scott Tolleson's The Odd Ones figures, but we're actually going to be looking at an entire case. The case consists of 4 across, 5 up. That's a total of 20. These would actually have been perfect to be doing during a spooky spot because they do have a very monster Halloween-esque look to them. But nonetheless, we're going to be looking at them right now. Let's have a look at one of the individual boxes and we'll kind of go from there. On the front we have the Odd Ones. It's also from the Dunny series. And on the side, now these don't actually give you names necessarily, but they give you, well, different pictures, different designs of what they're going to look like. Some of them kind of look like a Mr. Hyde sort of thing. One looks kind of like a Frankenstein. One looks like a really weird looking monster, a prison inmate. One looks like almost like a cheerleader type of character. Just some really cool ones, like the Cthulhu look would look really cool to pick up as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this set opened up. I have no idea what to expect from these, and again, we'll open these up together. On the back there, head over to www.stoleart.com for Scott Tolleson, and then on the underside, www.kidrobot.com. Alright, so we're going to get all these opened up, all 20 of them, so stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to grab Hank for this video. Hank's going to be joining us. Old Red was going to be here, but she got called away. I don't know. I have feelings, I have reason to believe that she's got a second job on the side. I mean, if you can't make ends meet, maybe I'm not paying you enough, I don't know. I feel bad that she has to have a second job, but come to me, talk to me. You know, we can renegotiate salaries. Hank just was on strike for not the longest time until I finally coughed up a pay increase for him. If Red looks to be wanting the same stuff, I'm sure we can accommodate that. At any rate, let's go ahead and cut the first bag and see what we got. Excuse me. So the first one is kind of a Frankenstein. Now with the Dunnies, they're ideally kind of fitting the same profile as the Dunny Bunny, and of course the designs do drastically change. Far from the scope of just simply painting over the mold, no, they've instead re-sculpted brand new head sculpts. So in this case, like the body is somewhat similar, although the platforms are added here for Frankenstein's monster, and you kind of get then the Bunny Dunny feel by incorporating the bolts rather than on the sides of the neck, on the tops instead. Quite like the design of this one though. On the back, kick me. Well done, well done. I'm sure that's Igor's doing right there. Some stitching. I do really like the head sculpt though. Head articulation, by the way, for these. Arm articulation. That's basically it though. And then on the underside, you've got Kidrobot. Again, like, these don't really have names necessarily to them. So we're just going to call this one, let's just call him Frankenstein's Monster, or even just Frankie. We'll call him Frankie. Opening up box number 2, and for the most part, a lot of these are 2 of 20, or, well, a couple are 3 of 40, so we may not do as well with those. Let's open up box number 2. See what we got. Spot's battling, I feel like a cold. I know. You just had a cold, didn't you? Yeah, it's the season for it. It seems like as soon as I get better, I get sick again. This one here kind of has a Cyclops look to it, although he's got all these additional eyes. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say all these additional eyes all over his one ear, but then he's got all a series of eyes on the back of his head as well. He literally would be the guy that could see, it's like he has eyes in the back of his head. Literally. I like this one though. So, again, same Dunny shape. This one a little more traditional in shape than the Frankie that we just looked at. Very cool. That one's, by the way, 3 of 40. Let's go ahead and cut this. box number 3. Let's see what we got. Now this one's got... Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was going to say, I don't know why this one has plastic all over the head, but it actually turns out that this one's wearing a mask. Just rip that open. There we go. So, oh, there's accessories in there too. A little trick or treat carry bag, carry box. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. And we've got this ghoul. I don't know what you would describe this as, but I'm just going to go with ghoul. And he's wearing, or she's wearing, a mask. Let's get the elastic around the head here. There we go. Got a mask of like a cheerleader or like just like a girl with, it looks like she might have braces. It's definitely a different take on the idea of dressing up for Halloween. In this case, dressing down, wearing a human mask. That's kind of scary. A little scary, I have to admit. And I think there's a couple of them down here. Let's look at the... Yeah, see, there's this one here that we just opened. And there's the two of the ghouls going trick-or-treating. And then there's another one up here that looks like it might have a mask too. Maybe this one as well. I like those odds. Let's put that one over there. This one ends up being a little front heavy because of the mask. Let's open up though, box number 4. Yeah, I don't have the sniffles, I would say. Not the sniffles, not the nose running, but I've just got like a nagging sore throat. And I feel like I cough a lot. So like we've got another one actually with the same mask. I'll just keep this one sealed for now. Is it insulting for me to say that this one bears a little resemblance to Mila Kunis? I know, that's like the... I know, eh? I know. That's like the most insulting thing I could probably say. Considered by many a very attractive actress, and I say a ghoul looks like her. Well done, guy. Well done. If you were expecting a date with Mila Kunis, you can forget about it now. Let's finish off the last row here. Go ahead and again cut the tape, cut the little seal. There we go. If you guys are looking for these, by the way, you can find them at your local comic book stores. I know I sound like a broken record to say this, but support your local comic book stores. Head there, check out some of the stuff that they got going on. Because they got stuff, you know. You want stuff, they got stuff. That's how consumerism works. Alright, so we've got this one here that's it's got 13 on the forehead. There's the back of it right there. And it looks like she's got a meow cat mask, which is a little difficult to get around the ear portion of it. But you can dress her up like a little cat. Meow. I like the gold on that. That's a very warm gold. It's like Egyptian gold. I don't know what that means either. Let's open up the next one. So yeah, I'm not taking any cough syrup or anything right now. I'm kind of just going through this review. A little bit of a sore throat. I won't lie to you guys. I'd like to be as straightforward as I can. A little on the sore throat, I have to admit. But we're going to push on. We're going to push on. Scott Tolleson would want it that way. The next one we have is one that says Hopper. It looks like it's a prison inmate. LTC Penitentiary. And it's also got a bowl of gruel, mush, imitation gruel. It might be imitation gruel. Imitation gruel. It doesn't really look like you could put it into his hand. Head articulation once again. Arm articulation. I like this one. This one's kind of creepy. I guess really they all are creepy. We'll put him right over there. And he seems to stand just fine. Let's open up the next box. Really bummed out that I might have to look at increasing Red's pay. I really don't have the budget for it. I have to, just between you and me, I don't have a big budget in place to be paying that sort of stuff. Pay increase, oh boy, that's gonna cost me. That's gonna cost me. The next one we have, oh, look at this. Oh, well done. Well done. Has a hat. Let's cut the hat first. Not the hat. Let's cut the packaging that holds the hat. Is it magnetized? No, not really. It's not magnetized. I feel like it should be, but that's okay. It comes with a beaker of a solution, I'm sure, that one was drinking. On the one side, a mild-mannered doctor, just trying things out, just trying to make a living for himself, making a name for himself. We all want to do that in life, make a name for yourself. Unfortunately, though, garish results. My goodness, look at those. And this one actually looks like, well, it is the same one that's on the image up at the top there. Comes with his hat, which doesn't really stand in place. You kind of just sit it on his head and hope that it doesn't go anywhere. I could not do the blizzard test with this one. I couldn't tip it upside down. See, if I tipped it, it would fall. And then I'd make a fool of myself. This is probably my favorite right here. And it's a Jekyll and Hyde, literally Jekyll and Hyde, front to back. Very, very cool. That is my favorite right there. This is a really cool wave, I have to admit. Kick myself, I really should have done this during Halloween. But I digress. Spot digress a lot. I digress more, it seems, when I'm under the weather. Then I'm digressing all the time. I go to the doctor says, "What's up? Not feeling great." First thing he says, "I hope you're digressing less." And I usually say, "No, I'm not, doctor. I'm actually digressing a lot more." He solely says, focus your efforts, digress less. By the way, though, we did get ourselves the same inmate as before. It's a very scary looking face there, Mr. Inmate. Please don't eat my face. That would really make things worse. Being sick with a sore throat and then having someone eat your face. Oh, I could think of other things I'd rather do with my day. On a long list of things, if I had a like the list of Jericho, one thing I would not want to make the list is having someone eat my face. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Somebody eating your face. Why am I talking about that? That's gruesome, Spot. Gruesome. The next one we have is a spin, which is also the rarity. It was 1 of 80. Wow, I did pretty good for myself. 1 of 80. I'm assuming, I'm going to go on a limb and say it's like a Frankenberry-inspired redeco of Frankie here. See, with the pink and everything? This one's got more of the blue-gray kind of color scheme. Very clever that they reused the mold and gave us like a nod to 80s cereal, which I can imagine what this is based from. We put him over there. All right, and then we're going to open up the next box. Open the next box. We are now halfway through. Spot's still battling his cough, but we will persevere together. We'll kind of all come together and we'll fight this cold together. We'll show that cold. No cold's going to be here, that's for sure. The next one we have is an interesting one. It's got 4 legs as opposed to 2 legs. Some sort of battle beast. I think Skeletor would go a-running if He-Man's Battle Cat looked like this. Although it probably wouldn't run as fast. Very interesting, though. Still has the head articulation, although now lost are the arm articulation. And it just did a cartwheel. Did you see that? It just did a cartwheel over my hand. Ta-da! All right, so we've done this. This is empty. Now let's start the next row. Start the next row. The next box gives us, I would say as well, of the non-themed, because Kidrobot releases things like South Park and Street Fighter and stuff like that, of the licensed themes. This might be my favorite wave I've ever opened of Kidrobot, ever. That's bold, I know, ever. I really like the designs of these, and I really hope that maybe we get another wave of these. The next one we have, not sure. It looks like it, maybe these are all takes on characters. Obviously, Jekyll and Hyde, Frankenstein's monster. One is like the Invisible Man. Maybe this is a take on the Fly, but instead of a fly, maybe it's more a cockroach. And it comes with, let's see here, Bug Out. I don't think he is the exterminator, but if he was, I mean, I guess he'd know what to use, right? I mean, I don't think his buddies would be all that happy because he's getting into a line of work that would kill them, but I like the design of that one, though. He's got all this schmutz all over his t-shirt. Some on the back there as well. Put him right over there. We are making, I have to admit, some considerable progress. If you're just tuning in now, what you're tuning into is considerable progress. And the guy reviewing has a sore throat. The next one is a duplicate of the one we had before. No, actually it's not a duplicate. It's the other one, which comes with this face. One was of Sally Joe. This one is of Billy. That's not their names, but actually that's what it looks like right there. That's not Mila Kunis. I don't really know what I would compare it. This one kind of looks like the Grinch. But that's his woman. That's his woman. And then there's the face right there. I love the faces, though. That's an awesome face. Still has the elasticized strap, so we just want to drape that over the ears, like that. And there we've got the completed figure. I mean, again, they would look cool with the masks off, but I think they look much cooler with the masks on. Put that one right over there. A little on the heavy side still, but speaking of heavy, this one feels heavy. Maybe it's the Cthulhu, which Spot used to call Chulu. Chulu. People are like, that's not how you pronounce it. Actually, you know what? If you look online, there's lots of pronunciations for different things. Celtic and Celtic. Everybody just generally assumes it's, I think, Celtic, but there's translations for both. The next one we have is another Frankenstein, which now gives us two that we've gotten in this case. Put him right over there. Followed up closely by the next box, which I guess didn't have this, it didn't feel heavy, or maybe if it did feel heavy, I just don't remember that it was heavy when I first opened it. The next box, though, the next box and next bag reveals to us, first of all, mess over here, but the Cthulhu, which I was just mentioning, has some wings, has the tentacles there on the face, still has the Dunny ears. The Cthulhu, ladies and gentlemen, of the jury. Exhibit C for Cthulhu. We are now coming down to the wire, finishing off the third row. We're opening up an entire case, because you know Spot does that stuff. Does he always open cases? Generally, yeah. Yeah. You want to be known for something, right? Be known for the guy that opens up cases. And the next one gives us like a barbershop. He looks like he's part of a barbershop quartet. Comes with a swing blade. Covered in blood, I might add. I'm assuming not his blood. He's probably done, somebody said just a little off the top. He took that literally, and I like that he's got the barbershop poles as his ears. He looks psychotic. I'd go elsewhere for a haircut, especially for a shave. Go elsewhere. The last row, let's see here, and in the process, this back panel, I'm sure we'll start moving forward. like it's stalking me. The next box gives us these bags are kind of stuck together. Oh, we have another one. Another one right there. Again, same head posability. I like the coloring on this guy, by the way. Arm posability. It's a little stiffer, mind you, but you can move the arms. So we got two of those guys. I think my favorite still is that Jekyll and Hyde. I love the sculpt on him. And I got all this extra glue. Look at all this glue. It's like this stringy glue. Let's see what we got for the next box. We now have 4 left, by the way. 4 left. I'm describing this to anybody right now who has their eyes closed. If you have your eyes closed right now, hopefully my voice has been able to guide you through this entire video. We have another one of these, which technically I could display one with the mask, one without the mask. It's the benefit of having doubles. Triples, well, snake eyes. What does that mean? It doesn't have to mean anything. Just throw that out there. Snake eyes. Seriously, what did he mean by that? Opening up the third last box of what potentially could be Spot's favorite of the Kidrobot waves that we've looked at on this channel. Call me a sucker maybe just for the fact that it's got that Halloween theme, but we got ourselves another Frankenstein's monster. Put him right over there, which actually gives us 3 Frankenstein monsters, which technically it says 2 out of the 20 you should get a Frankenstein. We actually got 3. And I'm just looking, let's see which ones we don't have yet. We don't have this guy. We don't have the Invisible Man. And that's it. That's it. Those are the only 2 that we're missing. This is, by the way, 1 of 40. This is 3 of 40. So I don't know. Those aren't the greatest of odds. But let's see if the odds are in our favor. It'd be nice if they were. I could seriously use some odds in my favor. The next one we have is another cockroach, which we have 2 of. That's fine. They multiply. You see those things? They multiply like things that multiply. Finally, the last box in this journey that I would like to call the Kidrobot Odd Ones, which is actually the same title I'll probably give this video. Oh, glad you guys have stuck around. I hope everybody has stuck around. Watch, there'd be like nobody watching it this time. I could basically just say anything right now. Coleslaw, Oreo cookies, padlock, tube socks, salad dressing, shampoo, conditioner, 2-in-1, Walmart, sauerkraut, pumpernickel, elastic bands, shoelaces, skipping stones, sunburn. Ooh, sunburn. Okay, I could probably just do that for the rest of this review, but you guys are obviously wanting to watch its entirety and see what the last box is. That's what brought you to this game. The last box is, you know what? Let me know down below. Put a word down there. Just a word. Just keep it clean, of course. And just put something down there like coleslaw, or I'm trying to think of another, just some random word. Ray gun. Just put down below. We'll see some of the things that you guys put. The final one, to kind of go out on a low, not low bad in the sense that this wasn't cool, but low bad in the sense that we got another duplicate. We got ourselves this animal critter prepared for Thunderdome. Some sort of horse. Kind of looks like a horse. Kind of looks like Pumbaa. Now that would make Lion King a little bit more interesting. Not bad at all. Today's collectible Spot was going on a journey. The journey into the realm of the odd ones, as we looked at the Kidrobot Scott Tolson's The Odd Ones vinyl figure Dunnies. We're looking at an entire case. I've got some mess on this side, open figures on this side. We've had an adventure. Shoelaces Bowling Alley. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's got more videos heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.